All right. Well, first off, I want to welcome everybody who might be tuning in, wherever you might be, to today's webinar. My name is Ricardo Suber. I am a Senior Vice President in this business called Five Links. And before I actually get into the meat and potatoes of what this business is and what we do, please allow me to go ahead and just kind of give you guys a little bit more of a flavor in terms of who I am. Now, again, I'm a Senior Vice President in this business. And all that simply means is that I've been able to achieve a level of success that has allowed me to earn some extra income, enjoy a little bit more time, and more than that, have been able to achieve this position only by helping others reach success. And so that being said, I actually grew up in the Boston area, have since moved out to the West Coast, and actually graduated from Hampton University with a degree in computer science, came out, worked for one of the world's largest computer companies, and actually did that pretty successfully for about 6 years, only to find myself without a job. And so it was a good friend of mine who had kept following up with me about taking a look at another way to make some income. And it was only at that time where I said, you know what, this makes a whole lot of sense. And so I took a look at this business and it just really meant the world. And so what I'm going to do is just in the next 25 minutes or so is run through what this business is, how it works, and perhaps if you see an opportunity for yourself, you could potentially get started as well. So that being said, let's begin. Now, the name of the company is actually called Five Links. Now, the 5 and 5 Links actually stands for the 5 principles that you see in the bottom, which are vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. The company was founded in 2001, so it's not a startup. We've been around for quite a bit of time. Now, in that time, not only have we been featured in this magazine, Success from Home, and also Your Business at Home in multiple publications, but not only that, we've actually been featured as an Inc. 500 and Inc. 5000 company for 9 consecutive years in a row. And to my knowledge, we're the only network marketing home-based business company out of thousands ever to have done that. More than that, we hold an A plus rating in the Better Business Bureau as an accredited business. We were the number one company in Rochester, New York, actually outseating Kodak in that time. And not only that, but the motto of our company is that representatives come first. This is actually our headquarters that sits in a high-rise in Rochester, New York. So that being said, guys, now let's talk about the profession of direct sales. Now, many of you guys, if you're not familiar with direct sales, it's quite possible that maybe you had more knowledge than me than I did coming in because I had zero knowledge. Now, actually, it says here, more millionaires were created from direct sales than from any other industry. And Five Links in itself was recognized as a DSN Top 100 global company. And so when you look at industries that we're probably all familiar with, you have the movie industry, the music industry, and the NFL. I think we can all agree that these are huge industries. But then when you match them up to direct sales, even if you add the 3 industries that I just mentioned, it doesn't even come close to the total annual sales of direct sales, which is $182 billion. And so simply stated, all direct sales is, and of course this is the same industry as your Mary Kays, your Avons, your Amways, your Tupperwares. These are companies that simply allow independent representatives to sell products and services directly to the consumer. And what happens is these companies, many of the companies that we partner with, they instead forego their advertising budget and pass it along to us as independent representatives. Now, if you're thinking that this is sales, it's even better than that. We are simply just sharing products and services with friends and family and including ourselves. So that being said, let's talk more about the industry. And who else is talking about the industry? You might know of some of the people that you see on that screen. And for those of you guys who are watching on Facebook Live, I apologize if it's in reverse. That's one of the things that you just kind of learn, right? But there's so many people in this industry, And it looks like I can't fix that on the Facebook Live feed, so that's okay. We will continue. So when it comes to this industry, you have people such as Jim Rohn. You even have Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Mobile Group. Robert Kiyosaki, New York Times bestselling author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Warren Buffett. You have all these gentlemen who've actually just spoken to the praises of direct sales. And I'm telling you guys, no matter who in this circle that you know, or if you happen to know of all four of these gentlemen, these guys combine to well over, several billions of dollars in terms of net worth and probably even more in terms of their knowledge. So the thing is, if you have all these people speaking to the praises of direct sales, then this is definitely an industry you should at least be familiar with. So that being said now, why 5links? We talked about the industry, but why this particular company? Now, number one, here are some reasons why a lot of people even take a look at 5links. One is, they feel like they have no time, or maybe they're in debt. Maybe they're overworked, underpaid, or feeling the effects of a bad economy. All right. And then you probably are just thinking, well, what is the recipe for working? Well, I don't know about you, but I've never personally met anybody who became wealthy just from working a job. So typically you end up like this guy at the bottom. You're working 40 hours a week for 40 years and with very little to show for it. So the thing is, guys, what we all have to understand is that our bills are expenses. We simply are paying bills that come in every 30 days, and no matter what, the bills will continue to come in. And what I learned back in 2011 is that even when you don't have a job anymore, you still have to worry about your bills. And so the thing is, realize that somebody's getting paid. And so what 5links does is it allows us to reverse this trend, and it allows that person who's getting paid from your bills to be you. So here's what that means, guys. That means that if you know somebody who drinks coffee or tea, if you happen to know somebody who uses credit cards or uses gas or electricity, visits the doctor or watches TV, then you can get paid. See, the thing is, we've set up partnerships with all different companies, many of them Fortune 100 and 500 companies that allow us to get paid when we help somebody cut the cost of a bill. Well, you might be saying to yourself, well, how big of these bills can I get paid on? Well, let me ask you another question. Do you know a business that uses energy, accepts credit cards, needs funding, offers healthcare, or uses payroll? The thing is, if you know a business owner who's looking to possibly cut some money on a service that they're already using, then you can get paid. Not only that, guys, we also are in health and wellness. So if you simply know somebody who's trying to lose weight or feel great or become healthier, then you can get paid. And so the thing is, we're not trying to introduce you to something that you probably have never heard of. These are products and services that we're all using. And because we're in 5links as representatives, we can get paid when people are paying a bill that they would pay anyway. All right? So that being said, guys, here's kind of like a whole landscape of where we are. It's all about timing and positioning. And I heard a quote not too long ago that said, timing and positioning are the keys to success. And sometimes being at the right place and at the right time is better than being the smartest person in the room. So for instance, let's look at the 1980s. You had the computer industry. Before this time, computers used to be the size of a room, right? But there came along innovators such as Bill Gates, Michael Dell, Steve Jobs, who said one day everybody in the world will have a computer in the home. And I bet most of you guys watching this probably have multiple computers in the home, including a smartphone, which is a computer in your phone. But that being said, guys, most of us became consumers. But here's the point, and don't miss this. The point is, just a few of us got in position and made millions, if not billions of dollars in that industry. Then you had long distance, more specifically the deregulation of long distance. What does that mean? If you've never heard of deregulation, all that means is that many times the government will step in. They'll say, hey, no more monopolies. We are going to help drive up competition, which is going to lower prices. So then you had all of your Ma Bell companies stepping in. You had MCI, LCI, Quest come in. This drove the cost down of long distance service, and then you had people beginning to save money on phone bills, and they didn't have to pay long distance charges anymore. Here's the idea, guys, and don't miss this. Only the innovators, the people who stepped into that wealth trend, they made millions and billions of dollars, and most of us became consumers. So I think you guys see the pattern. The same thing happened with the internet. The same thing happened with cell phones. The same thing even happened with energy deregulation, guys. Now, the thing is, in 5links, we actually stepped into energy deregulation. We're nothing more than a wealth trend company. We show people how to make money based on wealth trends that are going on. And we continue to be at the forefront of where this world is going. So when it comes to energy deregulation, imagine helping somebody save the costs on their electricity or their gas. And every single month, 5links pays you a commission because you got that customer. And it's the same thing with VoIP, which stands for digital phone service. As a matter of fact, many of our millionaires and six-figure earners in 5links made their money in the VoIP industry, including yours truly. All right. So when it comes to actually helping drive down the cost, we can not only do that, but because we are securing customers, 5links is allowing us to earn a percentage of those bills month after month and year after year. But the story doesn't stop there, because you might be wondering what this big, bright, colorful picture is. And this is nothing more than our streaming IPTV service, also known as TV. And this is spelled Teevee. And all TV is, guys, is it allows people to cut the costs and cut the cord on their cable bill. So imagine you can actually watch TV from your cell phone, from your tablet, from your laptop, your desktop, or your home computer. You could cut down the cost, and guess what? You can save a boatload of money by doing that. And guys, it is absolutely amazing technology. So I'm saying, guys, look, just imagine 99% of cable and satellite customers actually rent set-top boxes from their providers. That was actually stated by Barack Obama last year. And so even the government has noticed that people are really at the mercy of their high cable costs. And so the thing is, just with cable boxes alone, just imagine all of those DVR boxes that we have. We're renting those. This is money that's going down the drain. And so all we're doing is we're simply addressing the call. Our service actually allows people to have access to well over 150 channels. That's not even including the over 60 music choice channels that are coming to our lineup as well. We have access to Showtime, Encore, Stars, all of your major channels such as HGTV, TBS, also Lifetime, and all of your favorite programs. And on top of that, guys, look, not only can you save money on this bill that you would otherwise pay nonetheless, but you can make money. And what's even better than that, you can get your service for free. So just imagine you refer 10 other people to your TV service, just 10, and your service is free. And not only that, guys, as a representative, you get paid every single month when they pay their bill. So now let's talk about the compensation, because I know many of you guys are probably saying to yourself, all right, well, I want to tune into the station WIFM, which stands for What's in It for Me. So I'm going to talk about the money. So now, in your first 30 days, here's what we show you how to do in this business. Now, the first thing that we show you how to do is to get 12 CP. What does CP stand for? Those stand for customer points. We'll show you how to get 12 personal customer points where each product or service is given a point value. All right? So it's almost like a game. So for instance, let's just say you got started tonight. One of the first services we would have you get would be something called Platinum Discount Network, which helps you run your business. That is 4 points. Well, what comes after that? Well, your next service would probably be our flagship product, which would be TV. That's another 2 points. So far we're at 6. Your next service might be to help you save money on your internet. That's another point. Your next service might be something else, such as helping you save money on your identity theft protection. That's another point. And so on and so forth, guys. So I'm saying what you're doing is simply allowing yourself first, and then maybe friends and family save money on these services too. Maybe you helped a cousin in Chicago save money on her electricity. Maybe you helped your uncle save money on his internet bill. Maybe you have a niece who needs a new security system. You're accumulating points. So once you get to 12, at least 12 points, and get your first 2 business partners in the business, that's a $250 bonus. But what's better, 250 or 400? I like 400 better. So let's just say you get 3 business partners, 15 customer points. That's $400 if that's done in your first 30 days. If you get 4 business partners, 20 customer points, that's $600. But what's better, 600 or 1,000? Of course, 1,000. So if you were able to find 5 people who are looking to get into business and make money when people are paying their bills, and also get 25 customer points, that's $1,000. And here's one thing that I know to be true. There's a gentleman by the name of J. Paul Getty in the 20th century who was the richest man of his time, who actually said, I'd rather have 1% on the efforts of 100 people rather than 100% on my own efforts. Now, if you understand that, you understand leverage. That being said, guys, look, let's just say you had 5 business partners, and let's just say you only introduced 5. That 5 could literally turn into an infinite amount of business partners. So here's how it could work. If you have just 5 people on your team, what if they introduce their 5? That would be 25 more. What if they introduce their 5? That's 125. If that's multiplied times 5, that's 625, 3125, and so on and so forth. You truly have unlimited potential as you are growing your business. All right, guys. So then, look, here's a real residual income example, and I promise you guys, these numbers are very conservative. If you've been following our business at all, and if you look back on our Facebook photo album, or if you simply do a Google search, you'll actually see that there were well over 100, I believe 300 or 400 individuals who actually achieved 25 customers. So we're basing this example only on 10. Yes, just 10 customers. Let's just say you have a team of 5 people, each of which personally got 10 customers. And let's just say these paid out only 50 cents per customer. That's $25 a month. Now, granted, guys, I understand $25 a month is not a lot of money. Depending on where you live, that might barely be a meal. But just follow me. This is residual income. Residual is the income of the rich. This is the income that continues to make Michael Jackson the highest gross musician year after year, long after his death. That means you do something properly the first time and you get paid repeatedly based on that one-time effort. But then it gets better. Let's just say instead of 5 team members, you have 25. Same little example of 10 customers with 50 cents as the commission value, but that's $125 every single month. But instead of 25 business partners, let's say you have 125. That's when the numbers start to get serious. Imagine having an extra $625 hitting your bank account the 15th of every single month, regardless of whether you woke up in the morning. But what's better, 625 or 3125? Again, get 625 business partners on your team. That's over $3,000, and forget it. If you have a team of over 3,000 business partners, all right, even with that little example, imagine having over $15,000 hitting your bank account, direct deposit every single month. And I'm telling you guys, this is so real. We've had business partners who've more than quadrupled these numbers. So this is something that's definitely attainable. With a little bit of elbow grease and determination, you could possibly set yourself up for a very long time. So that being said, guys, we also get paid every time a new business partner gets started on our team. So aside from the residual income example, we also get instant gratification. This starts literally the day after you become an executive trainer. So once you have your first 2 business partners and have personally attained your 12 personal customer points, You now can earn up to $20 every time a new business partner gets started on your team as an executive trainer. On top of that, as an executive director, which means, whoops, let me go back. As an executive director, which means you've helped two other people hit the executive trainer position, that's an added $40 per person, up to $40 per person that you get per business partner who joins your team. And then at national director, which means that you've helped three people hit executive director, that's up to $95 per person who gets started on your team. And I'm telling you guys, there have been months where we've had 7, 8, 9, 10 national directors or 10 business partners get started when we were at the position of national director. Not huge numbers, not record-breaking numbers, but who wouldn't mind a bonus of over $900 just based on the growth of your team that month? That's real money, guys. And then the next position is senior vice president. That happens when you help three people get to the position of national director. Imagine an extra $125 for every single individual that you introduce to the business, and so on and so forth, guys. I know you see this little banner at the bottom. There are certainly some executive benefits and perks, but before I go into that, guys, I want to show you another brief income example of some of our bonuses. Now, you actually get paid to help your team grow. So what I love about this business, such as 5 Links, I love this business because you can only achieve success so much as you're able to help others. So the thing is, guys, even as an executive trainer, by helping your team grow, you can earn anywhere from an extra $100 to an extra $2,500 based on the growth of your team. As an executive director, that's anywhere from $500 to an extra $8,000 a month for helping your team grow. As a national director, between $2,000 and $17,500 every single month. And as a senior vice president, an extra $2,000 to $30,000 every single month based on the growth of your team. So the thing is, guys, of course it gets sweeter because as you continue to grow and help others move up, everybody is just running and gunning for one of our pinnacle positions, which is known as senior vice president. Now, at this position, you get a perk. One of the big perks that we love to enjoy and relax in is a brand new BMW. Now, what the company allows you to do is to go to bmwusa.com or maybe your local dealership, pick out the car that you want, pick out the class, pick out the interior. But there is one catch, guys. The car has to be silver because that's the company color. But as long as the car is silver, the car is yours, and the company will pick up to an $800 per month car note for your BMW. On top of that, you get an annual vacation. We're already gearing up for ours this year, thankfully. All right. On top of that, you also get an expense account, and you get 5,000 stock options as a BMW, as a senior vice president. But what's great about those 5,000 stock options, guys, is just think about the Google story. Think about the fact that before Google went public, it was privately owned. And as a privately owned company, everybody, such as the janitor all the way to the CEO, were given these stock options upon the promise that one day, if or when the company went public, those stock options would become cash and those people could cash out. And I promise you guys, when Google went public, those people clicked their heels in a fit of joy because they were each worth millions, if not billions of dollars because that company went public. So if you're not a senior vice president yet, let alone if you're not in 5 Links yet, my challenge to you is to get in, don't look left, don't look right, get in, get to senior vice president, and get your stock, all right? But it gets even better, right? As we like to say in the business, it gets gooder and gooder because at this level, you start to be able to make up your own vocabulary. At the next level, you actually get promoted to platinum senior vice president. As a platinum, you keep all the SVP benefits, plus you get a luxury car payment, a platinum bonus pool, you get a dream vacation, and 5,000 additional stock options. And remember at the senior vice president slide, they give you a BMW. All right, you get to pick any BMW you want, prove that, and the company will kick back up to $800 per month for your car payment. Well, at Platinum, you pick the car, all right? It could be a Mercedes S-Class, it could be a Tesla, it could be a Range Rover, but the thing is, the company will pick up a large part of that car note, if not the entire thing, up to $1,400 a month, and you pick the car. On top of that, all the guys get a Super Bowl studded ring. All the ladies get a diamond studded pendant. And on top of that, guys, again, an additional 5,000 stock option shares. Now, guys, this is so awesome, but it gets even better. Because at each position, we're told to celebrate for a quick moment, but to get right back to work, blessing others and helping them achieve success. Now, what's above platinum? Well, that would be diamond. And guys, at the Diamond Senior Vice President level, you keep all the SVP and PSVP benefits, plus you get $300,000 as an earned position bonus. You get $10,000 per month for a monthly lifestyle allowance, and you get 10,000 stock options. Mind you, again, we are still privately held. So imagine having 20,000 stock options as a Diamond Senior Vice President. On top of that, guys, look, here's what I understand. Now, I've met many people across many different opportunities in network marketing. And in many companies that have the track record like 5LINKS, they have many people at the diamond position. So what that means to me is that, look, in those opportunities, maybe it's not so much of an opportunity anymore because it's already saturated to an extent. But in 5LINKS, did you know that there's only 2 diamonds? That simply means to me, and it should mean to you, that there is a lot of room at the top. All right? So look, hurry up and get to Diamond Senior Vice President and be in the position to really bless others. That being said, guys, look, it's your choice. You have the corporate model, which is 40 hours for 40 years with very little to show for it, and something called linear income, where you're exchanging hours for dollars and time for money. Or you have the 5LINKS success model, where you succeed by helping others. You succeed by achieving something called residual income. Again, meaning that you're doing something one time, such as helping somebody save money on a bill, or doing something one time, which is introducing a cool service such as TV to somebody. Or you have the ability to leverage yourself, meaning that you're empowering a team to also do the same thing, and you earning a percentage of every single customer that flows into your book of business. Now, to me, it's a no-brainer. And I say this, your job is not evil. Keep your job, all right? Allow your job to continue to make you a living, but allow 5LINKS to make you a fortune when you get off work. All right, it's simply a no-brainer, especially if you want a great plan B. So that being said, guys, look, in review, we get paid to share. You share products and services and get paid. You share 5LINKS and get paid. And then as you start to amass a team, you help them to do the same thing and you get paid. All right, guys, so again, the investment, not the cost, but the investment to get started is $249. And to be frank, to really enjoy the maximum benefits, which is to get your first month of TV and to also make sure that you have your platinum discount network, you're going to invest roughly just shy of about $350. But in turn, you get a turnkey business that can literally start to generate cash flow right away. All right, you have representative support. You have 5LINKS TV, which allows you to watch high-definition trainings from wherever you might be. You have the My 5LINKS app available in the Google Play Store or in the App Store. You have your own desktop virtual office, ongoing training, and we also have our 5LINKS International event. There's so much out there for us, and all you simply have to do is invest and make it happen. So that being said, guys, get started today. Get back with whoever shared this video with you, whoever got you onto this webinar. Let them know of your interest level, and we look forward to helping you get started. We want you to have the ultimate success that you're looking for, but it starts with you. So the thing is, guys, look, there's always 3 types of people who are looking at this presentation. I don't care where you are. You might be out here in California where it's nice and warm. You might be in the South where it's a little muggy and you got your allergies, or you might be in the Northeast trying to shovel out from all this snow, all right? Wherever you might be, I promise there's always three types of people who see this presentation. Person number one says, I'm in. You could have stopped back at the BMW slide. If that's you, get back with the person who shared this with you and immediately find a way to get started. Now, if you're person number two, you like it, but you might have some questions. Maybe you have some concerns. All right. If that's you, again, get back with the person who shared this information with you. Chances are they might bring you onto the line with another executive who could further kind of qualify you for the business, perhaps maybe answer some of your questions and see if this might be a good fit for you. But if you are person number two and you're kind of on the line, again, do your research, but please get back with the person who shared this with you. And if you're person number three, you're definitely sold that this is not for you. If you're person number three, my answer to you is the same as it's always been, which is God bless you. This is not for everybody. But if this isn't for you, at least thank the person enough and think enough of the person who shared this information with you and become a customer. Ask them, hey, how can I save money on my cable bill? Ask them, hey, how can I get access to delicious organic tea, delicious coffee? How can I save money on my security system? Maybe you're a business owner, so you want to cut your overhead. Again, get back with the person who got you on this webinar because they will thank you just enough just for you to become their customer. But if this isn't for you, let's make sure it's not for one of these reasons. Now, I've only seen a few reasons why people never do 5 links. First reason is because they don't feel like they have enough time. Now, if you feel like that's your reason for not getting into this business, chances are whatever is already on your plate is not doing you any justice. Maybe you're busy going here and there. Maybe you're working a job that's 80 to 100 hours a week and you can't find time. And maybe because of all the stuff that you're doing, you're not getting to where you need to be. So my challenge to you is get back with the person who shared this with you and find a way you can incorporate 5 links into your routine, at least on a part-time basis. We will show you how to win with this business, even on a limited schedule. If on the flip side, you're saying, well, you know what? Time is not so much an issue. It's really the money. I don't have the $249. Well, look, I'll be honest with you guys. When I got started in this business, I was let go from my job as a software support engineer on April 7, 2011. I'll never forget it. It was a Thursday. Got the pink slip in the half cutout cardboard box. And I was introduced to 5 links on May 16, 2011, nearly 5 weeks later. So I definitely didn't have the money. But the thing was, I found a way to get started. So I totally understand how you feel. And I also want you to understand is that success is never convenient. Progress is never convenient. But we have to find a way to make things happen for ourselves and our families. So if you feel like money is an issue for you, still find a way to get started. Don't let that be the reason why you don't do this business. Now, if your person number 3 might not be time or money, you just might have some additional questions. Maybe you feel like you don't know enough people. Maybe you still see this as a sales opportunity, which it is not. It's more of a sharing opportunity. So again, if you have additional objections or questions, get back with the person who shared this with you. But I do know one thing for sure, and that is we all live by 2 pains. We have the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs tons. So again, get back with the person who shared this with you and allow me to just quickly walk through what your first 30 days in this business would be like. We have something called a quick start, which basically allows us to train you how to become successful in your first 30 days. And the best part about this is that we hold your hand the entire time. The first thing that we want you to do, of course, is to fill out the application. You can actually do this online. So again, get back with the person who shared this with you, and we'll show you how to fill this out. Very, very simple. Next thing we want you to understand is that we're in a business of getting customers and business partners, all right? So when you get a customer, this means you're helping someone save on their bill, a bill that they're already paying usually. And when you get business partners, again, you're introducing them to the business. You're not necessarily explaining it to them, But all you're doing is you're simply sharing maybe a link, maybe inviting them to a presentation. You're sitting next to them. And by them looking at the information, maybe getting their questions answered by another expert, they can get in as well. And as you begin to learn, then you eventually become the expert. But you can start doing this business on day one. Keep in mind, guys, our monthly team bonuses that you can earn anywhere from an extra $100 to $2,500, even as an executive trainer in your first month, all the way up to $30,000 every single month as a senior vice president, guys. The sky is truly the limit, and it just depends on what you're willing to put into your business. Last but not least, guys, here are your 5 links to success. You can text the word 5 links to the number 55255. One of the things that we also show you how to do in your first 30 days is to download the My 5 Links app, again, available on your App Store or Google Play. We also show you how to become your first customer. We walk through this with you. Next, we also encourage you to watch the First Things First video. And then we also help you make a list. You want to make a list of at least 5 people who love you, 5 people who owe you, and 5 people with whip appeal. This stands for people with work ethic, people who are hungry, people who have a high level of integrity, and people who have personal power. Make that list, and then last but not least, you want to schedule your one-on-one training with your upline executive within your first 48 hours. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ricardo Suber, Senior Vice President, and I want to be the first to welcome you to the 5 Links family. God bless. Get back with the person who shared this information with you, and I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. And if you don't like the beach, we'll see you at the bank. Take care, guys. God bless. And that concludes the webinar.